Hi, this video is for my teenage subscribers, or the teenage girls that watch my videos. I have been receiving quite a few messages in regards to hair and basically just overall self-esteem, self-confidence issues. And I wanted to address that. Mainly, the issues had to do with hair and wanting a different type of hair, or how can they achieve a different type of hair. And it's like I get sad because I can't really relate to that, because I never really had any hair issues. I always liked my hair. It was a frizzy, and that would aggravate me sometimes, but I never did go through any hair issues. But I am a female. I was a young lady, teenager, and I did go through my issues. And my issue that I grew up with, I grew up with a couple issues. I was always very tall and thin, and I mean extra, like olive oil skinny. But not only that, I didn't look like my mom. And my mom is Caucasian and Native American, and but I guess yeah. So my mom is very, very, very pale skin or fair skin with long straight hair. And I was the total opposite. I, have, darker skin. I had curly hair. I did not look like her. And then, I have a brother that's 2 years younger than me, and, he basically looked like my mom. He was born with blonde hair, blue eyes. And we do have the same parents, same mom and same dad. So for me, that was my issue. My issue was, wanting to, and my mom is short too. So she's short and petite and very fair skin, long straight hair. And I never really wanted her hair, but I did want to be fair skin and short and petite. I did. And honestly, I think a lot of my issues with my mom were there because of that, because I was envious of her, because I wanted to look like her, and I didn't look like her. And if it wasn't because of my dad, and him, basically just, letting me know that I was beautiful, and, just everything that I could have hoped for, to have someone to be that positive influence, to help push me, to help build my self-esteem, because it was so low, or because I, wanted to be something that I could never be, basically. And I know that we don't all have that positive role model in our lives that can, help us when we are not feeling good about ourselves, or when we want to be different, or, we may have something about ourselves that we don't like. And, every teenage girl goes through this. I was no exception. You aren't an exception. We all go through this. And what I want to say is that even though, and I say that story because because I can't relate to the hair, but you shouldn't ever want to have someone else's hair, or should ever criticize your own hair and refer to it into, derogatorily. I don't know if that's even a word, or, refer to your hair in any negative way. God made you the way that you are, and everything about you is beautiful. And I don't know you, but I can tell you that I know that you are, every person out there that's watching my videos, that's taking their time, as a beautiful human being in my eyes and in God's eyes. And that is what we should be looking at. Which is, and I know, and I can say this, and you're a teenager, and like I said, I know. But I don't want you to feel like I have something that is better than, it's something about me that's better than you, because that's not true at all. Your hair is beautiful. I think the problem is that, you just have to learn how to take care of it, so that you can, that beauty you can see that beauty yourself. And because if we all look exactly the same, wouldn't it be like a very boring world? It wouldn't be nice. We just all look the same, and who wants to look like anybody else? Not really, So even though, I know that I haven't been able to get to some of the emails and messages, because I just don't know how to answer some of those questions that I've been getting. And I don't want you to think that I'm ignoring you, or that I don't care at all, because I do care. I do appreciate all of the people that watch my videos, and I love everyone. That's my personality. I am the nicest person, and I don't want you to think that I don't care about you, because I do. But that means that I'm going to have to do some research, because some of the questions about texturizers and things like that, I have no idea. I've had a handful of relaxers in my life, so it's very hard for me to be able to answer some of the questions that I get, and I just don't want you to think that I'm ignoring you. But I also want you to know that I think that you are beautiful. Your hair is beautiful. Everything about you is beautiful, and you should not, and you should remember that. You should keep that in your mind, because it hurts me to know that someone out there is looking at my videos. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional. That someone's looking at my videos, and it's something about, and they're wanting something that I have. And I know that feeling, like I said, with my mom. I know that feeling. Okay. And I know that feeling, so I don't want you to feel that way. So, like I said, I don't want to get all emotional, so I'm going to go ahead and stop. But I am every person, every teenage girl out there that has sent me a message. I promise I will get back to you. If I do not send a message, I will do another video without being emotional. And I'll do a video that will answer some of those questions that I get that I don't know how to answer. Like I said, in regards to texturizers or relaxers or different products that can maybe do different things for different types of hair than mine. Because I've only really kind of researched mine, and so I will go ahead and try and do the research and do a video for you guys, and respond with messages when if I don't address it in the video. So stay strong. Know that that you are a beautiful human being. God made you the way that you are, because He feels that you are a special individual. You're a special girl. And I will see you soon. Okay, bye.